Hey there, welcome back. We are going to be talking about unlocking human potential today. And by doing that, we're going to start with creating a power grid within your body. You may be wondering, how do I do that? How do I create a power grid? Uh, it really all starts with chakras. Thinking about these wheels of energy within your body, the seven primary that most people actually talk about, starting at the tailbone or base of your spine, working all the way up through right above your head. See it up there above your head, and this in the crown chakra right there. So when we talk about these, it's really important to know that a lot of energy that we have gets trapped in our body because we don't have this linear energy path going all the way up through the grid. A lot of times we get blocked in certain areas. We might be finding a creative brick wall, so to speak, right? Uh, there are a lot of different ways that you can unlock these. I think one of the easiest way and practical ways to think about it is if we think about using breath to create this churning mechanism. If we're to imagine each chakra as a wheel or a gear in the body, and the nervous system as electrical energy, as a grid, right, that runs throughout our body, and our brain being like this main computer. We can start to look at the body in a different way to where we can see how mechanics play a certain role in this. And just like wind energy or wind turbines, we can look at how the power of breath can move through and create energy in the body. Hopefully that analogy works for you. Uh, One of the easiest ways I can think of to illuminate this idea would be, of course, we always start with get yourself seated in a nice, comfortable position, somewhere where you feel like you can be out of distractions way, uh, and find space for yourself. That's the most important thing you can do. The second is that when you get into that space, visualization is everything. So I'm going to put up a little bit of a wheel thing over here so you can actually see how it goes from red all the way on up to this beautiful violet color. Uh, and then using that visualization and that breath to move you through is where you're going to find some really amazing work take place. Using breath is what's going to bring you through to this new energy renaissance, so to speak. All right. So you're in your seated position and like, great, now what do I do? Awesome. The easiest way to do it with using the visualization is starting from red at the spine. That is going to be where the circuits have splayed out to. You've got a little hub down there. We're going to start with that little red wheel at the base of the spine, the tailbone, and that's where we're going to start with the energy. So we need to get that wheel going because that's where all the energy comes out of, right? Aside from your big old brain here, that big old computer up there. So when you're in your seated position, you'll close down your eyes, you relax your body, and you'll drop your chin down to your chest. Now, when you're in this state, you'll take a breath in through the nose, and as you do so, your chin will come all the way on up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, come out through the mouth down to the chest. And you'll pull the core in just a little bit. The reason that we pull that core in just a little bit is that we want to feel the core strengthen. The core is what stabilizes the body. The core is essential for all of our movement, predominantly, right? Without a certain sort of balance or core to our body, we get kind of like all over the place. And that can be a good time, but when you're trying to get that energy renewed, it's you need to get the channels flowing in the correct way so that you can open out to the rest of that kind of crazy atmosphere. So each breath, you imagine pulling in the belly button just a little bit deeper towards the spine and a little bit higher lift in the diaphragm. If you could imagine working up each one of those little wheels with every breath unlocking a new wheel, opening it up, getting it churning. Every exhale lets go of all that garbage you don't need in your body that's blocking the way. So it just keeps clearing the path. So the inhales bring the energy up, the exhale gets rid of the crap that was left out, the garbage, and you keep moving up. Now, thing is, remember, we don't want to keep your core locked the entire time. We need to let the stomach area expand to bring in as much oxygen as possible to keep lifting up. So the only time you're ever really pulling in uh, or giving that lift is on the exhale, because remember, it's going outside, and then you want to bring that oxygen back on up with the lift. So you've got 7 of these to work through. You've got your red, uh, which is like all of the things that you need in this life. Red is really like your most basic, right? Red is like your basic necessities. As we're looking at it, is your self-preservation, right? Basic necessities. So you work through that one. You get to your next one, which is self-gratification. So it's all the things that you enjoy in life. That's also where your creativity stems from. This is all the energy that you have, passion, a lot of other things like that. Yellow, which is your core, your solar plexus, is really getting into your self definition. It defines who you are. It's the core, right? It makes sense, the core of who you are. You work your way on up to the green, which is the heart, uh, which is all of the gratitude and love and everything that you have, appreciation. You work into a lighter blue, which is your throat area here, which is about communication. It is the self expression. It is who you say you are. You move up a little bit higher into this nifty little area right there, right in between the eyebrows, but up a little bit higher. And that is your self-reflection. That color is indigo. So it's all the things that you can see before you, all the things that you see about yourself outside looking in. And then we go up to the violet, which is right above you. It's your crown, and that is self-knowledge, that is wisdom. It is the ability to see outside of yourself and the world around you and perceive your place in it, and to really understand all things in nature. So again, working through each one of these as you unlock each one, letting go of each breath, getting to that final stage, you get to your 7, you can continue with a few more breaths. Just nice, easy inhales through the nose, exhales out through the mouth. Continue to breathe. And from there, if you'd like to go into some sort of meditation, you can do so. And that pretty much takes us to that. So this is how you can create an energy grid in your body. Hopefully you learned something new today, and thank you so much for joining us.